What's going on, YouTube? It's TBR Danger, member of Team Battering Ram, represent Starlight Gaming. If you're ever in the Myrtle Beach area, I would definitely check them out. All crazy inventory, and it only gets crazier. OTS section, the whole nine. Awesome owner, James. He's the man. Shout out to James, founder of the Team Battering Ram. There's also a Pokemon team as well for Team Battering Ram, and as well as the Yu-Gi-Oh team, which is cool as hell. If you happen to be in the Myrtle Beach area, definitely stop by the shop. If it happens to be a weekend, Saturdays there's locals whenever all this is over, and soon there's going to be actually 2 days throughout the week where there's going to be locals, so it's actually pretty cool. I'm bringing you guys my revised Danger DARKWORLD Master 05 deck profile. Obviously, it has won me some locals with it. It's definitely a deck you kind of need to think a little bit ahead with what you're using first, and like for danger cards to get discarded wise and such, which I'll explain a little bit as I get further into the profile here. So we'll just jump into it for you. Run three Bigfoot. It is a hard going second, so I run 3 of each pop, which is like three Thunderbird, which I call Thunder Chicken, and then 3 Bigfoot, aka Biggie Smalls. And all the dangers do the same thing if you don't know what they do already, which I'm sure you guys do. You reveal it, your opponent randomly discards one card. If it doesn't get discarded, it special summons, and then you draw a card. All the dangers have that same first effect, and the second effect, they're all different. If they do get discarded, for example, if this one gets discarded, you get to destroy a face-up card on the field. It does target. When you play 3 Thunderbird, same thing. If it doesn't get chosen, get special summon, draw a card. When it's discarded, you get to destroy a set card on the field. The level 8s, which is important. It's a hard going second, so it's a must. It's a must to run 3 of. If you do end up getting one in your opening hand, you don't want it to be like used. Like you want it to get on board more than anything. You reveal this one first. So like, say you have like Bigfoot, Chupacabra, and then like 3 DARKWORLD cards. Reveal him, so that way you have 4 other cards for your opponent to have to choose before this guy gets picked. Your odds are more in your favor of him being on board to draw, if that makes sense. So run 3 of each of those. Next best, tied with the other level 4, there's Chupacabra and Danger Mothman. But Mothman, he's discarded, get to draw a card and then discard a card, which is the same exact effect as DARKWORLD dealings. Otherwise, he gets special summon, you draw a card. And he's level 4, which helps you a lot with making some rank plays. Definitely a must-have at 3, in my opinion. And a must-have at 3, regardless. Chupacabra, like if you're not running 3 him, in my opinion, you're doing it completely wrong. He's too much synergy with this guy. Special summon up, like say perhaps like this one did get picked and there's no face-up card for you to destroy, like it doesn't go to waste. You can special summon it back from grave when he's discarded, and he's a fiend, so he's good fodder to banish a fiend with the field spell. And he's a level 4 if he does get special summon for XE plays and such. Absolutely amazing card. 2 Ogopogo. Ogopogo is a level 8 as well. Ogopogo dumps a danger card from your deck, which you play response team, and with response team there's actually a small little drawing. It's not like a loop, but pretty much a loop, but it stops. So you have response team in your hand, and he gets special summon, draw a card, play danger response team. Again, it's a hard going second build, so there's probably going to be a monster on your opponent's side of the field. Play danger response team from your hand, and you target 1 danger monster you control, return it back to your hand, and then return targeted monster on your opponent's side of the field back to their hand. So you get to use Ogopogo's effect again, because the effect is not once per turn, but the effects that happen when discarded or summoned is once per turn. Being that you haven't used his discard effect yet, you get him back to your hand. Danger response team's engraved since you used it. Response team's effect is you can discard a danger card from your hand and set it to the bottom of your deck and draw a card. So you discard Ogopogo that you just bounce back to your hand. Put response team to the bottom of your deck, draw a card, and then Ogopogo's effect goes off after you draw the card, which is to send a danger card from deck to grave, which would be that response team that you just put to the bottom of your deck, and it's there for a follow-up draw a card on your next turn, which is nice. And he's at 8 for rank plays, which is also needed. 3 of the best and the limited. But honestly, not a huge fan of Snake in this build. And I'll say that every time I repost the deck. Not much synergy. The only thing he's there for is discard fodder in the body. That's literally it. Otherwise, like these two, I'll use the make a Boujin link to get like 2 4s to make the rank, or 2 8s to make a rank. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, he's just like a draw or discard power. And Jackalope is by far the best one, because he gets you any of your level 4s, level 8s onto the field to you know, make your ranks. And you can even set it up where if you have Blackwing Zephyros and Grave, you can kind of pick what danger you want to use, and then use Blackwing Zephyros, special summon, bring that danger to your hand, and you know, he's just makes so many things possible. And then Nessie, you know, fetches anyone you could use at the moment, which is good. And that's it for the danger package. And to start the Dark World, again, hard going second. I run through Grapha. Honestly, to me, like 2 is not enough. He's not once per turn. When he's discarded, you can destroy 1 card on the field. Well, you target 1 card on the field and destroy it. Just any card. Which is awesome. And he special summons by returning a Dark World monster you control back to your hand. And special summon from grave, which is awesome. It's free level 8. He's a big body if you end up keeping him out there. If you don't, like, you know, he's 27 with the field spell. He's 3, which is cool. And kind of bounces all your Dark Worlds back in your hand to get rediscarded. None of these are once per turn at all. There's no once per turn clause whatsoever in these cards because they're so old, which is awesome. And he just recurs himself super easy. So I definitely play him at 3. Like, I never get upset about having 1 or 2 in my hand. Like, gets discarded regardless. 3 Snow. She's a Searcher. When she's discarded, you get to add any Dark World card from deck to hand, which is awesome. I play 3 Silva. I was thinking about cutting it down to 2, but honestly, I'm gonna keep it at 3. He's just a free body, like literally. When he's discarded, special summon, you bounce, get him back to your hand. Special Grapha. He's in your hand now. Get your danger cards a little bit better chance of not getting picked or picked. You know, get this picked, special summon again for another Grapha, like whatever it may be. There's so many good situations that could happen with him. So I think 3 is healthy, in my opinion. This guy at 3, Beige, Vanguard of Dark World. He's absolutely amazing. Master of 5 because he's a 4 and he's a guaranteed body when discarded, and he's not once per turn either, so you can just abuse him whenever you get him. Make rank 4s, you can link him out, whatever you want to do with it. He's just really good with this format. I played 2 Brow. I was going to put him down to 1, but every time I got him I was +2. Either it would be the field spell or getting it discarded with Dark World dealings or anything like that. Just always that extra plus. Just all you do is draw. Only normal summon of the deck. Sometimes maybe one of these guys to make the Boujin link with like a Tsushinoko, or just to bounce back to make a Grapha from grave. But he just makes the tokens. He's a level 4. You can end up exceeding him out. Bounce him back with Blackwing, so you can use them next turn. Blackwing, everyone knows what Blackwing Zephyros does. You can only use them once for the duel, but that's fine. Target monster inside the field, return to the hand, special summon this guy. And he's a 4, so like he just has really good synergy with the deck. And for the spells, playing 2 Pot of Avarice. This card is like made for this deck. Like everything's getting discarded. Everything's going to grave. Like if I see this card in my opening hand, I'm probably gonna end up using it that same turn. Like even if you're going first, which hopefully you don't with this build, which that's why the side deck's built the way it is, which I'll show that too. Card's amazing. Like Pot of Greed for the deck. It's awesome. 3 is a little too much. 2 is perfect. It's a 50 card build. 2 Cheerful Coffin. I mean, it's like salt and pepper. And there's no cost with this card. It's just discard up to 3 monster cards from your hand to the graveyard. So you can just chain link 3, like at max, and guarantee things to go off. You can quick get a few bodies on board. It's just a really good card. Cut this down to 2. Believe me, there's times where you don't want to banish something. Like the only thing I'll sometimes end up banishing, like don't have a problem with it, is Silva. Like to be completely honest, or sometimes the snake, or like otherwise there's times you don't want to banish something from your hand. Believe me. So 2 is perfect. 3, I was drawing a lure into a lure, and it would hurt my feelings. I'd be banishing a piece I don't want to. So I personally think 2 is perfect, and still have no complaints with 2 yet. 2 Super Poly. I was even thinking about cutting this down to 1, but I'm gonna keep it at 2. I was gonna throw the extra one in my side deck. I play the Predaplant Verde Anaconda, so I could dump 1, and drawing 1 going second doesn't hurt. It's not hard going second build. You could pitch Thunderbird, pitch Danger card to get the effect off after this resolves. Breaks boards. It's a good card. My absolute favorite, like Lightning Storm. Nah, you don't need it. Lightning Vortex is made like a Lightning Storm or Raigeki made for Danger Darkworld. There's a cost to discard, which is fine. Pitch a Thunderbird and pop it back row, then destroy all face-up monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Like, you just pop the back row, or a face-down monster and the face-up monsters. Or you can discard Chupacabra, special summon an 8 back on board, and make a rank play after. Like, yeah, like I do not regret throwing those 2 in whatsoever. They bait negates, like, it's just, people are like, oh shit, okay. 2 Darkwood dealings, believe it or not, same thing. I'm running a little bit more spells than normal. I figure Pot of Avarice is way better than Darkworld dealings, in my opinion. I got so many other cards that help me discard, so I figured Darkworld dealings getting cut to 2 would be pretty healthy, being that I have to do Darkworld dealings into Darkworld dealings, which sucks. If I really want it that bad to force a discard to get any of my Darkworld or Danger cards off, I'll search it, pretty much, or I'll already have it. This card is actually pretty cute. It's not too bad. I play 1 of because it's not completely necessary. I'm gonna try and play with a proxy for 2 before I get a second one. Also probably would be good for going first, to be honest. When you special summon a monster, exactly one monster from your hand to the field, you get to draw 1 card. It's pretty cool. If you don't special summon, it's destroyed, which you're gonna special summon, so 1 monster reborn, self-explanatory. 1 Gates, Gates of Darkworld. You get to banish a fiend from your grave, discard a fiend, and then draw a card. So you get to draw the card after you pitch like any fiend. Could even be Chupacabra, which is awesome. And then draw a card, and then you get the effect of whatever you got discarded for the effect. It's not a cost, by the way. Card destruction. Card is absolutely broken in this deck. Like, this ruins people's lives. people sometimes will be like, oh, thank you, you helped my hand, but at the end of the day, cool, I got chain link 3, 4 going on. I'm drawing all these cards, and then chain link 4, or chain link 3, or let me special this, special that, pop that, and I still have 3 or 4 new cards to play with on top of it. Like, it's just so good with this deck. And last but not least, danger response team, again, which I explained. Target 1 danger monster, and 1 monster your opponent controls, turn it to the hand, and if this card's in the grave, you can pitch a danger from your hand, put this to the bottom of your deck, and then draw a card. And for the extra deck, again, it's a heart going second, so I run a Boral Sword. You don't need it all the time. Honestly, you hardly ever need it at all, to be completely honest. But just another OTK tactic. BLS, make him very easy, very hard to out. A lot of people kind of stare at him like, damn, all right. And you always have a high level monster on board to link out into this guy. Kind of just like a big, big forward push, big offensive play on your part. 1 Nightmare Unicorn, just for utility. Discard to, shove something in the deck. Bujin Link, Ahashima. This card is actually really good in the deck. It helps me further extend my my main OTK, win con, and I'll use like the 2 level 3s to link them out. It's 2 monsters, any 2 monsters with the same level, and you special summon 2 monsters, 1 from the grave, 1 from your hand at the same level onto the field, and then immediately exit summon, which helps me get into further comboing for my main win con. The 1 Verde Anaconda for my last link to, as my final play, build my board. If there's something I can't get rid of, I super poly it away for 2,000. Cool. Verde is ridiculous. And I actually bumped Draglubion to 2, and reason being is grind game, or if he gets Veilered or anything like that, because he also does special summon number dragons from the grave as well. So if you end up making him, and you make your board, you make Hope, or you make your other win con, which I'll show you guys, you can special summon it back with the other one from grave. Really good card, can't be targeted with card effects, so he's a little bit of a nuisance as well. 3k, it's good. And part of the combo for, like, which was standard, even Master of 4, you can make Hope with Tachyon. But my new favorite thing to do is Numeron Dragon for hard going second. I'll save him for other 2 8s I get on board, possibly if I make Saryuja, and I can end up with these 2, which would be cool. But you obviously want to make him before Draglubion. Draglubion is your last summon for the turn. You can't summon any monsters for the rest of the turn. And whatever monster you special summon with his effect is the only monster you can attack with for the turn. Alright, now I play this card called Burner Visor. Alright, so this is what the deal is. Burner Visor is a rank 4. And sorry, I'm just getting everything ready here. I'm going to explain this win con. Draglubion, you detach 1, special summon 1 number dragon monster from your extra deck with another number dragon monster attached with you too. So I make Numeron Dragon. But before you do that, because he's your last summon, you make Burner Visor with 2 4s, make this guy with 2 8s. You let him hang out there, right? Keep doing your thing. And you detach material from Draglubion to make Numeron. And then you use Burner Visor's effect to attach. Burner Visor's effect is, once per turn, you can target 1 face-up Xyz monster you control, equip this card or to that target, or unequip this card, special summon attack position. The equipped monster can attack your opponent directly. When the equipped monster inflicts damage to your opponent, you can discard 1 card and inflict 500. So even if you don't finish him off, you do a little burn, you get a discard, but you're probably going to finish him off, because Numeron Dragon's effect you're going to activate as well, which you detach the 1 material. And his effect becomes times 1,000 for every rank on board. On my side, field stats 1, it's 9,000 10, 11, 12, 13. So he has 13,000 attack and burner visor equipped to it to be able to attack directly. And this is capable, not exaggerating whatsoever, 3 out of 5 times. So like, and I say that's strong, 3 out of 5 times. By the time you get to this point, you probably played through the negates with lightning vortex and such like that. Draw cards that they make you stop, like, you know, they negate your draw cards, like negate your monster effects. But it's still fully capable of getting through that and making this happen. Like, and it's absolutely amazing. Like, it's broken. I'm not even gonna, like, that's the exact word for it. It's broken. Again, you want to make Draglubion and let him sit there. Don't use his effect. Make Burner Visor, then use Draglubion's effect when you're done to make this guy, and then use Burner Visor's effect to equip. And it's sickening. So that's why I play the 2. Also, you know, grind game can help you try and make that same play happen. Again, there's hope for another rank 8. Hope, you know, negate spells once per turn, spell activation. Attach to it as material. Forces you to attack him. It's a good card. Ding. I played Ingirsu. If I end up like switching and going first, he's good to help protect my board. Protect all my stuff. Even going second, if I have the material to make him as well as a couple other cards, he's just good in that sense, and he can get rid of really pesky cards because he doesn't target, doesn't destroy for monster removal. Dungary is timeless. Absolutely amazing in this deck. You could attach 2 from him. There's 2 effects out of the 3 I mainly use that are important. You can draw 2 cards and then discard 1. Skip your next draw phase, which doesn't matter because you can just play without your draw phase with all the dangers and draw discard cards you got. So that really makes no impact on you whatsoever. And then you can double the attack of one of your monsters, which is cool. You can do that to Numeron. And then I play this 2 Starving Venoms for the super poly targets. And Predaplant makes anything dark, so it's usually going to be live to help break your boards. Side deck. Of course, infamous Mass Change 2, Mass Hero Darklaw. Run this going first because Silva is a free Darklaw during your opponent's turn. To Ceruli. When Ceruli gets discarded by a card effect, special summons your opponent's side of the field, and then I get to discard a card. And all the Dark Worlds have second effects when they're discarded by card effect. So, and Silva, when he's discarded by your opponent's card effect, which would be Ceruli, your opponent sends 2 cards from their hand to the bottom of the deck. So I run 2 of those. Extra Allure of Darkness. 3 Vanity's Ruler. You can easily make this guy. With all the special summoning you do, that's your normal summon right there. Phantom Sky Blaster comes out, along with a couple others, and he goes in. Really good card. Eradicator. Back row decks. Spell heavy decks, Altergeist. Sky Striker. Eldritch and Emancipator. There can be only one. Like, that's literally what this card's for. Yeah, and it's amazing with it. Along with Vanity's Ruler. Whew, yeah. It's hard for some people to get over that one. Big out to Cyber Dragon as well. Just ruined Cyber Dragon's life with that. But yeah, that's the build. I'm gonna have a couple other builds on here soon. I got a competitive Unchained. That's not appropriate, I guess, for YouTube, huh? That's fine. So I'm gonna be showcasing that deck as well here shortly. So yeah. appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out the deck.